Yo, 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 yo. Holy shit. We finally made it.
Here. We finally out here after all these
Yo,
years.
wicked. Yeah. Fucking
Yeah.
dope. So for anybody who decides to watch this at any given point in time or
Yep.
listen to it, this has been a struggle. It's been a struggle. Um,
Yep.
we I'm streaming from the garage because I couldn't use my room, so
Yep.
I tried to stream from my MacBook and I couldn't get the audio work, and so now I brought
Did
my
the
whole
PC Hall.
whole damn PC up in this bitch.
The
So
LAN Hall, man. Gotta do a LAN party one day when we bring all our PCs together in the same house. Good time.
yeah, it's the best time ever. Um, so yeah,
Oh, yeah.
hopefully everything goes well. We don't drop too many frames out here or anything.
Yep.
But yeah, how's it going, Mr. Chair? How are you? How is life?
Good. Chugging along. Still alive. Holidays. Can't believe Thanksgiving's already on this Thursday. I legitimately forgot.
Yeah,
Or I just didn't even know. I was like, oh, damn, it's here already. I just hate it when these holidays are on like the middle of the week. It always just kind of takes away from it.
yeah. I mean, the good thing is for
Or
those
adds to
us.
it, I guess, if you like, your company you work for is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get to have half day tomorrow and then Thursday, Friday off, which is pretty dope.
Yep.
Um, but we'll see how well that actually worked out. Because usually when you have half days off or whatever, and your salary, you don't really get your half a day off that much. So,
Yep.
but yeah, it's good. It's I have to cook. I have to cook a nice juicy turkey for people because most people don't like turkey anymore because they usually eat a dry, gross, cold turkey because no one knows how to cook fucking turkey
Yeah.
apparently. So I'll be cooking it correctly and nicely, and it'll be nice and moist and delicious.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So, do you have Thanksgiving plans?
We got my grandma, so we're gonna be doing it at hers house. Just me, my mom, my dad. Nothing else really going on. Yeah, we got the turkey at parents got the turkey at Costco. So it's in the fridge right now. And yeah, that's really honestly about it. Um, Mashed potatoes, got some King
Nice.
Hawaiian for dinner rolls. Yeah, just the basic stuff. Um, yeah, we're not really don't really do anything fancy for Thanksgiving or go anywhere. Not lately anyway.
Yeah. I mean, friggin' last year, like we couldn't do shit obviously because of COVID, and it was actually like
Yeah,
super tough last year because when people are like dying and
yeah.
like
It's
literally right
it's
before
hard to be
Thanksgiving.
thankful.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
we ended up last year just like we didn't really do like a traditional Thanksgiving. I mean, I made a turkey, but mostly for other people, like as a gift, kind of. Um, and then like for us, we just made like a nice rotisserie chicken, and like some carbonara and shit. It's pretty good. But I still made like mashed potatoes and gravy and turkey. Like I just didn't do it how I normally would. I just made it quick because I was told like last minute we're gonna make it for someone. So yeah. But
yeah.
this year we get the whole wazoo. The turkey is defrosting right now. It's gonna go in the brine soon. That's a whole 12-hour
Mm.
process. Then there's a lot that goes into it. So
Yeah, me and my friend or a friend of mine were just talking about that. The many annals of turkey. I myself am not a big fan of turkey. I prefer ham as a holiday, like a roast of choice. But everyone has their differences. I just like honey glazed ham a lot, so I try to do that when I can.
yeah, the fun thing is like since I've been in California, like since I was like 11 or 12, all of our
Mm.
Thanksgivings were at my mom's parents' house, and like they can cook, but like they weren't good at planning cooking. So every
Yeah.
time we like, and well, from my experience, everybody sucks at making a turkey for some reason. So, um, yeah, like the turkey was always dry, and then like by the time we ate, even if like for Christmas it was always ham, for Thanksgiving it's always turkey. But anytime we sat down to eat, everything was already cold. Like that, the food was like the meat was cold, the potatoes were cold, the gravy was cold. I'm just like, you guys didn't plan this better to make sure everything is like. And I fucking hate cold food. Like I'll throw that shit in the microwave and eat it. But yeah, I don't know. Like I don't mind ham, but I feel like if if someone knows how to properly cook a turkey so that it's like nice and juicy and flavorful and warm, like it'll convert a lot of people who have claimed to hate turkey their whole lives.
Well, I don't say that I hate turkey. I would
Yeah,
just say that I'm like tired of it. It's probably the best way to describe it.
that makes sense. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. Like I always get nervous to cook for other people because I always get scared I'll disappoint people for some reason. But
Mm.
no, I think it'll everything will come out fine. Putting in the preparation. You know what they say, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. People say that, right?
And I guess that is what they say. I don't know. I haven't met anyone said that but you, so I guess you're everyone or they in this
I've
context.
heard that somewhere.
So,
Yeah,
all right. Well, I'll trust whoever that person was that told it to you. Then you and them can be they. There you go.
cool. But yeah.
Uh,
So anything else going on in life? Any updates you care to share? Or
no, just been walking the dog. I've been feeling a little off this week. I'm not sure if it's just because of the weather's changed or because I actually feel like a little sick, but I
oh,
like definitely sick. Just like I got a little something.
just like under the
So
weather a little bit, or like tired,
yeah, that's the best way to describe it. Just
fatigued.
super tired of. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
So yeah, just really been chilling at home playing this mod for Empire War, a game we talked about last time. I guess this game, it's been out for a long time now, 15 to 16 years. I guess the mod community's been supporting it now for 10 years, and actually in 2021, after the game's very old. Let's leave it at that. The developers for the game released a patch to help modern mod support for it, and so they just updated a game. There's a couple mods, but I really like the Rise of the Rebellion because it's really hard, and also like you have to play as the rebels, fighting against the Galactic Empire at their full might, which was not a fun time. What I also like about the mods is that it includes more characters from the books, from Thrawn's books, like all the different generals of the Alliance and stuff like that. It's just a fun little game, and I've been playing it way too much lately. Like
Nice.
I just trapped in my room playing it, and I really do enjoy it, even if it is hard. But you learn to love the pain when you're a gamer, I guess. Watched Eternals recent. No, Arcane. Oh, yeah, Eternals, but also Arcane, the League of Legends show, the
Yeah.
animation. It was actually pretty good. Really intense, but good enough. Um, what else? Yeah, I saw Eternals. Thought it was pretty good. I don't understand why everyone's complaining about it. It was like there's no easy way to start off. What is essentially, from what I can understand of this is them moving into the next era or the next part of whatever Marvel's supposed to be now, right? So there's
Yeah. I
really
mean,
no easy way to get that started.
it is odd though because it feels like Eternals is so far beyond what we're used to.
Yeah,
Um.
It's funny, and now that I'm thinking more about it, like I remember watching it, and it's like whoever. It's like they forgot how to make like a less like how do we make a not action movie? That's like the first thing they said, and it's funny because like all the scenes and dialogue like are mixed between these insane action cuts, which are really good looking, but it's like they forgot how to make an action movie and rediscovered the process of like and not how to forget an action movie. Like they forgot how to make a
Yeah.
more low key, relaxed movie, and
I,
like they rediscovered that process over the course of this movie.
yeah. I think like as far as like reviews go, it's a weird space for a movie because like the director is like kind of a well-known indie director, and like people expect a lot of her and stuff. So when she makes a Marvel movie, people go in expecting to see some other movie that she might make, but she has to
Yeah.
balance her style with the MCU and what it means to be a hero and all these new kind of ideas. And I think like she weaves really well. Like I mean, obviously she probably didn't write the script, but within the movie is like these nice kind of deeper theological or philosophical questions and like there's a lot there for people who want to find those things.
Yeah.
But also if you just want to go watch a mindless, kind of enjoyable
Cool
movie, like
looking. Very cool
yeah, I mean
looking. That's one
it's a
thing.
beautiful movie. Like the sets are really pretty, the shots are really nice. I mean, the people look
Yep.
great. Like there's a lot of humor. Like if you don't want to have to think, there's a lot of like action as well. Despite people saying it feels slow or whatever. I mean, you're introducing a whole
There's
bunch
plenty
of
of
new
action.
characters,
Yeah.
and even think about like, I mean, how many new characters? How many Eternals were there? Like 8 or 9 in this movie. Like
Yeah.
it's really
A
hard to
lot.
flesh that out. You could
Yeah.
even argue like Guardians of the Galaxy, which is only a team of 5.
Mm.
Even there, like they could have probably like there wasn't necessarily enough time to flesh out every single character. Um, and when you have a movie like this that's introducing a bunch of new characters that honestly nobody really cares about or has a reason to care about, it's difficult. I do think like the Icarus betrayal was pretty expected.
Mm.
Even like like I've read a lot of comic books. I haven't read a lot of Eternals because it's never interested me. So I didn't know anything about it going in anyway.
Mm.
Um, and I could just tell like by the way he behaved, like like he's gonna betray them.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think the movie just got review bombed because, well, some people review bombed it because there's a gay man and his gay husband who kiss, and
Mm.
for some reason that really pisses people off. Um,
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that Disney stuck to their guns and said they're not gonna censor that, and so the movie won't be released in a lot of Middle Eastern countries and won't be released in China, um, which a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, that's great. Disney's doing a great job," but like the thing people need to understand, and I think people really miss this point a lot, is Disney exists to make money.
Mm.
Like that's their number one goal is to make money. It's not to please people or to move social justice forward or anything else. Like that those are all byproducts of making money and like ways to make more money. But
Yeah.
like their number one priority is making money. So when they refuse billions of dollars out of China pretty much, like that says something. Um and it's a huge statement, I think, because they cut out the kiss at the end of Rise of Skywalker, where two women kiss, right? Because
Yeah.
they wanted the Chinese market, and for a movie like Star Wars, well, that's literally like hundreds of millions of dollars for them.
Yep.
Eternals with COVID, maybe they're not losing that much. Maybe that's why they don't care as much.
Yeah.
Uh, but sure, they're taking a stand. They're not allowing those scenes to be cut. They're not allowing them to
Well,
be
and
censored. And
and two, this is more, I think, more than a social justice issue. I think this might be kind of a recognition by many companies in the United States how much that they have unwilling, like just unknowingly bent over backwards to comply with state officials and the CCP, which were literally they have to review everything, like everything that comes in. Like the state proctors watch it and they say, no, 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 cut this out. This is anti-Chinese. No, 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 cut this out. This is anti-communist. And then it's released to the public. Like it's a really, it's just, yeah. And I think they finally noticed that uh, maybe that's not the best deal they can get. I'm just not 100% sure. Hopefully they're just recognizing that it's just not a good way to make money because it's essentially technically kind of blood. There's a lot of dirty money that comes out of China, unfortunately, especially now with whatever kind of weird mix of social capitalist, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. It's a really weird machine now.
Yeah.
And I'm just hoping that a lot of American companies are starting to wash their hands of the whole situation, which,
We'll
you know,
see. I mean, but if people are
yeah,
hoping like they continue this with like huge releases like Avengers movies or Star Wars movies, I highly doubt they will. I highly doubt that
yeah,
they'll continue to do something like this. I mean, with Eternals, right? Like in COVID, well, it's kind of whatever to them, right? Like in Disney, I think is making up for a lot of their losses through Disney Plus and things like that.
yeah,
Um, but we'll see. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like they exist to make money, and they'll make money however they can.
yeah. Well, just hopefully where they decide to make that money changes, or at least they reshift their focus. I don't know. Problem is, there's just a lot of people that live in the country of China that are, have a lot of money that were willing to spend it, or
Right.
people like us that just go to work every day and they come home to their kids and their family and they want to take the kids out and see the new Avengers movie. That's always been their main target demographic, and there's a lot of people like that in China now. So
Yeah. I mean, we act like America is the worst country in the world, and everyone here is hateful and bigoted. But
people
the
have no
truth is,
idea.
like, the truth
That's
is,
just
America is pretty progressive.
yeah. People have no idea how conservative the rest of the world is. Like that friend of mine, his girlfriend uh, lived in certain Malaysia, and they recently had a complete shift. And all women are now required to be in public, in hijab with headscarves. Uh, just I can
Yeah.
imagine them trying to do that here. Like, okay, girls, you have to cover up. Can't show shoulders, chest, and no skin at all, and you gotta cover your hair up too. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
People just they just don't get it. Like, yeah. People, like I've said before, country culturally spoiled. Very
Yeah.
culturally spoiled.
I
Uh,
I typed in the chat all by my lonesome because no one
there
else
you
is
go.
doing it.
Yeah, dude, you tell him.
I'm telling them. I'm letting
Sorry if
them
I seem a
know.
little scatterbrained tonight. I'm just like,
No, no, it's all good. Yeah. I mean, even like a lot of Asian countries are still very like
yeah.
women must obey their husbands and
Well, that's why you got like in the Philippines, why OK Cupid is always blowing. My OK Cupid's always blowing up with girls set their location to California, and I always strike up conversations with them because they like a lot of. There's a lot of good music out of the Philippines. Like there's a really good heavy metal scene in the Philippines, like thrash. It's kind of like thrashy, like sort of skate metal. It's hard. Yeah, good shit. Um, but a lot of girls there are on OkCupid, so I talk to them about bands or food or whatever. And I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you like setting your match to OkCupid like from the Philippines, like in here? And it's like, are you okay? Like, are you kidnapped? She's like, no, just all the men in the Philippines are awful. That's the consistent that's the consistent answer I've gotten every single time. It's yeah,
is it?
like I said again, people have no idea.
I mean, maybe that's why my wife married me.
Yeah. Was it? Is that something that she told you? Did you get that? Did you get that response too?
No, but Filipino people in general, like for some
Mm.
reason, really like white people. Like like it's like part of their country too. Like part of their like culture in a lot of ways is like they want to be white and like they it's odd. Okay.
Yeah,
Um.
it's kind of like Japan.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, it is like an interesting thing that like just their obsession with like turning their like bleaching their skin and stuff and like
Ugh.
yeah, like and there's like a whole like underground like black market with like people will come to your house and like inject you with the shit to turn your skin whiter. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, just like Dragon Bone, everything. Like, there's a lot of crazy shit that goes on. Like, Dragon Bone, for those that don't know, is ivory, and the ivory trade has led to the destruction of over 300 different beautiful species of animals that we'll not only be able to tell our kids about in pictures and not actually be able to show them in person ever.
Yeah.
So it's and the whole reason Dragon Bone is considered the thing is because it's supposed to get your dick hard. That's like the idea anyway. Or it's supposed to make you like sexually like, a monster or something. And it's just so stupid.
Yeah. It,
Ugh.
I don't know. Like the funny thing too is like the Philippines is such a like religious country. Like
Yeah,
you can't. It's like it's not even legal to get divorced there.
very conservative. Yeah.
And so like it's just crazy to me because like my wife will watch like Filipino talk shows, kind of like stuff, or like radio talk shows,
Mm.
where like this guy like literally just talks to like women all day every day that, and like they're all like in abusive relationships and their husbands are always cheating on them or in shit. I'm just like, Jesus fuck, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, that got
Well,
dark.
yeah. Well, I'm sure there are good men out there too in that country, but it's just, man, when everyone's going online and like just trying to find a husband over here,
Well, I
you
think
gotta ponder.
it's also
Makes you ponder.
because of how much they glorify America as well.
Yeah.
Because the Philippines like views America as like like a savior.
Yeah.
Like there's statues of fucking General Patton and shit in the Philippines, just because like we helped them. We pretty much saved them from the fucking Japanese and shit in World War II.
Yep.
So, but yeah, okay,
Some just
Eternal.
interesting. Yeah, Eternals. Well, like I said, like the problem is with Eternals with unwrapping it. Like it's just hard to unwrap unless you, excuse me, unless you've seen the movie. Like this feels like one of those movies you really just need to go out and watch, and just don't read reviews. Don't listen to me. It went dark. You okay?
Yeah, this light is like motion censored, so
Oh Jesus,
I'll motion censor
you're
right now.
plunged in, you're plunged into darkness. There you go. All right. So
But yeah,
it's just like I said, don't listen to me, don't listen to him. Just to go out and see the movie. Like it does ask a lot of questions about like where we're going and like what it means to be human and why humans do the things that they do, and are we a good species? Are we worth saving or not? What would happen if there were 7 people that watched us grow throughout our entire history? The scene with Hiroshima was very intense. It's one of the reasons when the Eternals left, and then later on he realized that some bitter truths about war and what it does for the human species on the occasion. Um, it's just
yeah. I feel like the problems with like would the story come in a lot of ways like it can seem contrived or whatever. Like why not just like why do they not know from the start that like their purpose here? Like because keeping it a secret doesn't that like when you let people fall in love with people and stuff in a planet for like thousands of years, don't you expect that they'll rebel?
yeah. Well,
Um,
I think the idea was that the two of them just let it happen, and then the other Eternals don't know what was going on, and then they would just get their memories wiped before they even realized what was going on. Like the planet would just explode to them.
right.
I think that was the general idea. Uh, but you're right. And I don't know, man. Blowing up a planet seems kind of intense. Like it's just it seems like kind of a really doomsday apocalypse plot, and then they say, well, Thanos prevented it for 5 years, and then everyone came back, so now the process is starting again. Like blah 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 blah.
And that's the other
It's
weird thing.
like
Like Thanos is technically a celestial. No, not a celestial. What is?
an eternal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not a celestial. Yeah. But it's technically like I mean that's why Arrow's his brother Star Fox shows up. Like
Mm.
um in the post credit scene. But yeah, like there are some questions, I guess. I mean, Deviants not the greatest villains.
Oh, they weren't. That's the thing about this movie that a lot of people need to like. There just wasn't a. This movie didn't really have a villain.
Well,
That's the.
Icarus
I
was
think.
the villain, right?
Well, I wouldn't really consider him a villain because he was only a villain for like the last 20 minutes.
He's at least the antagonist, right?
Yes, yes, he was the He turned into the antagonist at the very
And
end.
Erisham, pretty much.
Yeah,
The,
yeah. Well, you're too like at the end when he grabbed those Eternals and Jon Snow. Sorry, that role is gonna follow him for the rest of his life.
yeah,
So who is that guy supposed to be? Do you know? Because I don't know
yeah.
shit
Black
about.
Knight.
Oh, okay. Is that like cool? Is he dope? Is
He's
that
alright. I
like?
mean, he's a member of the Avengers and whatever. I mean, Black Knight's whatever. The thing is, like, anytime a new character from comics makes his way into like live action, everyone makes a big deal about it, like as if they've been fans of them for hundreds of years. And I'm just like, yo, let's be honest. Nobody sat there 10 years ago and like, oh, I can't wait to see live action Black Knight, dude. Like, come on now. I mean,
Yeah, I have no
I
idea who
get
that
it with
is,
certain characters.
so.
Like, I've been waiting to see Moon Knight for a long time because I love Moon Knight, but Moon Knight's a popular character.
Yeah.
Like, it's like people like Ghost Rider or Punisher. Like, these are popular characters that people want to see. Nobody's sitting there like, dude, I can't wait to see Black Knight, bro. I cannot fucking wait, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's the same with like people aren't sitting there like, I can't wait to see Karnak and Triton, dude. Like, no. I mean, if you like Inhumans, maybe, but like most people are not doing that. Like, dude, I so crave to see a live action Mole Man. Like,
I want to see Mole Man. What the hell? Like, what are you talking about? That sounds great. Live act. Like, they already got this weird duck assassin show going on Hulu right now. Keeps weirding me out with all its it's like trailers.
That's the
Or
thing
Monkey
is, like,
Assassin. Sorry.
the Mole Man comment might actually make people mad because Mole Man is the villain in the first issue of Fantastic Four that ever got printed. But like, dude, he's just not that interesting.
He's a mole. He's a man. What else do you want from a villain?
I don't know. I don't know what else I want. All right, but it's the same thing like with X-Men. Nobody wants to see. Nobody's begging for fucking Chameleon and X-Men and shit. Like, but like, if an X-Men movie comes out and they say Chameleon's gonna be in it, oh my god, dude, I can't fucking wait, man. I've been waiting for this for like 12 minutes. Like, Jesus.
That's what just some people are like.
I know.
They get the hype. They get on board the hype train. They take a ticket from station of disappointment to station of disappointment, all aboard the hype train. Choo choo.
Yeah, like for me, nothing ruins something faster than fandom. Like, and honestly, like, you know, I'm a fan, blah blah blah. But I don't really consider myself part of fandom. I'm not on fucking internet blogs arguing with people about how great or how terrible things are. Like, I'm not sitting there on Twitter yelling at people because they liked fucking The Last Jedi and shit. Like, I don't care. Yeah. But the fact that they exist and like, they what is the phrase I'm looking for? It's like they insist upon themselves so much that like you can't just be like, oh my god, dude, the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer just came out and it was fucking sick, dude. Like, it was cool. Oh, I'm excited for the movie. Oh yeah, dude, but how come they didn't have Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire in there? That's the worst kept secret in fucking movie history. We all know they're gonna be
Well, that's just because. Well, the simple answer is because there's a lot of people on the internet who are huge assholes. And they obsess over movies that came out 15 years ago and have a bunch of lines that they feel are funny and then need to be repeated forever. And they needed to make the same joke over and over and over and over and over again. Just like the people in Star Wars, you know, the obsession, like Obi-Wan the show is coming because Ewan McGregor played a character who got arguably memed into popularity again. That's just it. Like, you know, the line "hello there," like the line was just a huge meme, and it carried his character like alive. And now we have Obi-Wan. So
yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, even though I love Obi-Wan, I hate all that shit. Like all the memes or whatever. Like, I don't think any of them are actually funny. Like, I just enjoy the character of Obi-Wan. But yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, you know, because at the end of the day, these are also the people that keep these, like, their memories alive, and especially like in the social media sphere. You know, at least if they're arguing over a certain character, that character is still being talked about, and it's still something that come to conversation at a company board somewhere.
These are the people to blame for Rise of Skywalker. Let's be honest.
Yeah, well, it's Star Wars fandom, like you know, at the end of the day, all you need to know is that George Lucas, the creator of Star Wars, kind of left because his fans. I'm not sure if he said exactly word for word. Oh, it's because the fans are huge assholes, but I'm pretty sure he said something to that effect.
Well, I mean, and that's just the truth. I mean, they made a whole fucking documentary about how much like they hated him and like Like,
Oh yeah, the fans versus George Lucas, or the nerds versus George Lucas, or
I mean,
whatever.
I'm pretty sure like they wanted to try him for crimes against Star Wars and shit, and like I'm pretty sure there was a meme that he was George Lucas is the Phantom Menace, like fucking hell,
You know,
man, like.
okay.
But those people that were doing that to him, 20 years ago, those are the same people begging for him to come back now.
Yeah,
It's just like,
exactly. This is. Oh, and while we're on the topic of Star Wars, I know last episode, I watched What If, and I changed my mind. So I decided to go back and rewatch Attack of the Clones episode 2, and I'm glad to report that my mind has not changed at all. Holy shit, that movie is fucking it's so bad. It's so bad. It's a rough watch. Like I'm just I was watching the Phantom Menace. I'm like, oh, fucking pod racing. Ah, there are explosions going on. Okay, this is dumb kid shit. Like, oh, the Gungans. Oh, Misa Usa Woo. Like, it's just stupid. Like, the droids are dummy and goofy, and there's like little to no blood, and it's a kids movie. Now, Attack the Clones.
Yeah, there's not even enough like interim scenes to get you through the cringe, because like, let's be honest, like the Sam Wetzel like plot line where she's trying to assassinate Amidala like through the window and shit, like that's not that entertaining. Like,
hey man, you want to buy some death sticks? No. I want to go home and think. You should go home and think about my life choices. I should go home and think about my life.
Yeah.
Oh, the speeder scenes look so bad.
The Jango Fett thing is relatively interesting, but like only to a certain degree.
Yeah, for like the 10 minutes of screen time, and the 3 minutes of those screen time are him getting decapitated.
Yeah, the movie's just bad until the Battle of Geonosis. Let's be honest, right? Like,
yeah.
Like the third act, or I mean, it's probably a 4-act movie. Like the fourth act, then like the Battle of Geonosis, and then the final battle with Dooku. Like that's all entertaining stuff. But
when Padme falls off the fucking like transport thing, and she's like, "No, we need to go and help them," and he's like, "Oh, okay." And then they just like run off in the middle of fucking nowhere, and like I guess they like just wove their hands or something to shake down another transport to pick them up because they were hella far away from the battle. It's
oh
just
yeah.
like into like that. Even the fight scene with Dooku, like God, when they're forced throwing stuff at each other, it just looks so janky and stupid.
Well, I mean, I don't know, man. Like I just remember
He's
the
just
hype.
holding Count Dooku was just holding his fingers out like this, and like suddenly a pipe starts shaking that it just like juts off the wall.
Yeah, and anytime like they crush something with the Force, it looks really weird too.
Yeah,
But when Yoda walks in, oh like old man, and then he fucking
pulls out his
forces the
lightsaber. lightsaber
into his
Yep.
Ah, that's so sick. But then yeah,
See,
he's just like floating in the air. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, and you can't see anything.
And it also led to the worst fighting style possible in Lego Star Wars. Like Yoda just like flies around in the air like he's not even hitting anything.
It's hella funny. Yoda's a hero in Empire War, and his like special ability is called Force like jump attack, and he's literally just you just hear those little yeah sounds as he's like jumping around through the units, like just killing them all with his lightsaber. It's really stupid and bad.
Have you seen the meme where it's like where Ahsoka's like set your guns to stun, we don't want to hurt anyone, like at Order 66, and then Yoda's just like fucking
murdering them, shit. Fucking like chopping their heads off and shit.
But Revenge of the Sith is really good.
It is, yeah. I watched that movie right away. God, it also kind of also yes, I did, and then I cleansed my palate. Also, I watched A New Hope, and man, like I have a new perspective on how fucking good that movie was now. Like, God, they made droids, like robots, personable. In a time when everyone had the same, like, they're characters that add and contribute to the plot of the movie. Like, there are things that they do that just, aside from being plot devices, that help contribute to other characters' growth. It's phenomenal. Like, really is. And that takes a lot to make a robot a character in a story that has like an actual personality is a really difficult ask. It really is. And they just did it. Well, George Lucas did it. I'm not sure, like, well,
Yeah.
And then we watched Empire War and that Empire. Oh, go ahead.
I've been wanting to rewatch Empire Strikes Back for a while. I just haven't got around to it.
Yeah, I got back, and then I got into Empire Strike Back, and like I was playing a video game on the side. Okay, I was playing Empire, that modification for Empire at War, and I was watching Star Wars on the other screen because I'm a huge fucking Star Wars nerd. And man, dude, like I just paused my game for pretty much all of for pretty much all of the Empire Strikes Back. I was just watching it. The scenes with Yoda, dude, like God, like it's just so. How did they make Yoda this stupid green little alien? Like he just there's so much weight to everything he says to Luke. Like when
Yeah.
he starts getting serious, like when he turns from funny little alien to like, oh, I can't train this kid. He's not fucking ready, basically. And then Obi-Wan intervenes, and then he gets all serious talk.
Yeah. Like
Words not make one great. Great, just great opening line. Great way to open a line.
yeah. Yeah. I did. There's just so much. Yeah. Like
There's so much done back there. Like absolutely, like all those scenes.
I fucking love Yoda in
Yep.
Empire. Like.
And I watched The Return of the Jedi, or whatever the fuck, Force Returns or Force Returns Jedi. I don't fuck.
Return of the Jedi.
Episode 6. And man, like I think the reason that movie was so disorienting is because it started trying to away with Jabba's palace. Like, there's probably an easier, better way to open that movie that lends into the Jabba's palace scene. But honestly, most of that movie is pretty good. I liked how much an asshole the Emperor was. Ewok stuff was stupid again. With bows and arrows and stakes.
Hey man, they needed to sell those toys.
And also, like how I saw a meme, not another meme, but I just saw like a reference, like people asking, how do you think they had a correct size dress for Leia?
Oh
Do you
yeah.
think it's possible that they killed a NATO woman that was exactly Leia's measurements to give her that dress?
Yeah, that was in like the Family Guy spoof of Return of the Jedi too. Like they changed your clothes and they braided your hair. How do they know the fine arts of like braiding hair?
They just figured it out,
Did
dude.
the Ewoks braid your hair?
But it's just some good shit. Really, all three of those movies are just really, really good. Now you know why it's the most successful movie franchise of all time, because like you see shit like Dune. Like I watched the original Dune again. I mean, you gotta watch that movie one night. You don't have to smoke weed, but I'm gonna bring my bong up and I'm gonna smoke a lot of weed because you gotta. That's how you need to get through that movie now, because you already watched it once sober, so I'm never watching it sober ever.
Is that bad, huh?
It's a trip. Let me tell you. You may want to start drinking after watching that movie. That's all.
Did, so I've been like, I'm like 5 chapters in now.
Reading, yes. How are you doing?
It's good. It's just odd to me. Like I know they said they're gonna bring in like the the Emperor like nephew, not the Emperor, the Harkonnen guy, his nephew.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But like, why do you think they didn't put him in the first movie? Do you think it's just like too much to do?
I think
Because
here's my hot take about the new Dune movie. The newest Dune movie was a lot less to do with the book at all than the 1983 did. Like the new Dune movie took a lot of stuff out, like a lot. So as per what they were thinking, like I just like I don't know what they were thinking at all. Like Theoden is a very important character. He's because he's supposed to be like Paul. Basically, there's Paul.
That's what I was thinking. Like
they're juxtaposed.
Yeah, even though I'm like only like 5 chapters in, right? Like my thinking was like they could have done like this kind of like parallel story between Paul and this other guy who's like also a younger
and Theoden. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, like if because they seem, even though like obviously they're very different people, they seem like they have similar.
To me, at least, and this is doing that thing, deconstructing a book, looking into what the author was saying, but to me it really seems like House Atreides was supposed to be the best of humanity and House Harkonnen is like the worst of humanity.
Right. And that also parallels with,
and like those, they're like to the extremes of both those sides.
Yeah, it also kind of parallels with Zendaya's character, right? Like they're
Yeah,
all like these younger like next generation characters from different worlds,
yep,
and like you can build a nice narrative between the three of them throughout
yeah.
the film. But I felt like I don't know. I guess the Dune the movie felt like it was really made for people who had never read Dune.
I think that's you're probably right on point. Also, part two of that point, I think that the first Dune was kind of a proof of concept. You have to understand that there are 7 books in the Dune series, which to me the pinnacle of that series is God Emperor. God Emperor of Dune is a fantastic book. I can't wait for you to read it. I think we'll have a lot to talk about it. That book also can get people woke as fuck, so keep an eye out for that when you're reading it. But I think hopefully they got the green light for Dune 2. Hopefully, because there's a lot, as you can probably tell, you're 5 chapters in. There's a lot of really, really weird shit in that book. Um, and hopefully they're gonna bring the weird shit to the forefront now in part 2. That's my hopes, at least, that they'll do all the really, because there was a little bit of weird, like, they did Gady Prime was really fucking creepy. There was that weird spider creature that had like a giant, 2 giant ass cheeks.
Mm,
There was like, a little bit of body horror shit, but the Harkonnens were supposed to be like extreme body horror, like again, like they kind of fucked up the Baron. Because when they describe him in the books, like the folds of his fat are like coming out of this harness, like they're exposing out of this harness he uses to keep himself afloat. Not like
yeah.
the weird spinal thing that he has in the movie, which I thought would kind of weaken his character. Because they just tried to make him all like bald and pasty skin, with like atypical bad guys. Um,
Right.
but again, I just hope. Well, all we can do now is wait for Dune Part 2. Hope they include all the good weird shit. Hope it recovers, and then we get Children of Dune, and then we get not Children of Dune. Well, I think they'll probably do, if at least if they're smart, they'll do Children of Dune and Dune Messiah in the same book because they're all essentially one book, and then they do God Emperor. And then God Emperor is a very well. You'll just have to read it first, and we can talk about it. But
Yeah.
I'm just really hoping they put that on the silver screen because I wanted to get people woke as fuck super fast.
Well, it also felt like just like because I had never read Dune,
Mm,
right? Like for people who never read it, right? Like the House Atreides is essentially getting wiped off the planet or
yeah,
out of history. Like is a huge twist, but like in the book, it's like
yeah,
we know what's gonna happen from like the first sentence or some shit. Like you already know that's gonna
yep,
happen,
yep,
right? Like
yep,
you know UA is gonna betray them by the second chapter. You like and because the beginning excerpts of every chapter is like from a future princess or whatever, like
yeah,
writing the history and saying like, oh yeah, UA is the great trader of House Treaties and like shit like that. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely an interesting take on Dune, but
mm,
I think I think it's yeah, I think it really is made. The movie was made more for to bring in new fans. Like here's your next Star Wars for the modern viewer, or here's your
yeah,
next like Harry Potter franchise. Like we're gonna make a huge franchise where people are gonna love the movies and then maybe read the books later or whatever, right? Like, and I think that's just kind of
Well, the
what their
good thing
plan
about
was.
Dune is that, again, it is super weird. Yeah, like it is super weird. So I'm just hoping in Dune Part 2 they just amp up the weird level a little bit. Maybe we see some Stage 3 Guild Navigators. Maybe we see some more of Gady Prime weird shit because they would literally they had the heart plugs. They don't even have those. Like they're like 80 Prime slaves would walk around with like these little plugs that a member of the house could rip out, and it just turns their heart
Hmm.
off, and like shit like that, and like they start bleeding out through the eyes and all this kind of crazy shit. It's intense. So hopefully we'll just see more of that. And until then, I'm not really sure. Like I said, the first Dune movie was a good sci-fi movie. I don't really think it was the best Dune movie, to be personally honest. But that's the typical flavor for someone who's really into the books and then sees the movie.
Yeah, it's just it's you're watching someone else's interpretation of something that you love, right? Like
Yeah, like
it's
for me,
always gonna be tough.
like for me the still suits too. Like in the still suits, it really seems like in the book they're supposed to be like skin tight, like water retaining suits, and not really like these big battle armor things that people make them out to be.
Yeah.
So you know, that's I got a lot of personal gripe with this movie as it comes to the late. But I am happy to have a new sci-fi franchise to be excited for. So I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing with like I mean, this is why people get so upset about comic book movies and stuff is like because they don't necessarily line up with your own kind of interpretation of the characters or their stories or whatever and like but at the end of the day it's like dude the MCU is great so who cares.
I'm just glad, like, it's like I'm just happy to have a Dune movie. You know,
Yeah.
I'm happy to have those sandworms looking super cool. Like we're gonna see sandworm riding in the next, definitely in the next movie. And like I said, hopefully one day we'll get God Emperor on the silver screen, lead Duke Leto the second, and we'll give people some. I don't know. It depends if they want to keep that movie with the same dialogue that's in the book or not.
Probably not.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, either way. Um yeah, like you were saying earlier, like Eternals is kind of hard to talk about.
In review without
Yeah.
like just putting our own spin on it. Well, I took this interpretation from it. Well, I took that interpretation from this.
Well,
You know,
like all I can really say about it is it's not the best movie ever, but it's certainly not a bad movie. There's something in it for people who really like to dive deeper into meanings of movies or dive deeper into kind of the ideas in the movie, right? Like I said before, like there's a lot of like theological or philosophical kind of ideas that the idea of like meeting your maker or rebelling against your maker or um, you know what our purpose is and why things happen the way they do and whatever else you might want to dive deep into there's a lot there for you. There's a lot of food for thought within Eternals. And even if not, like if you just
yep,
want to kind of chill and laugh and watch some cool action scenes, like, that's all there as well. Um,
yep,
if you're looking for like a nonstop action-packed movie, you're gonna be pretty disappointed probably.
yep,
But the people look great, the scenes look great. I mean, there's a lot to like about it, and yeah, like Sheriff said, like go in, make your own opinion. Who gives a fuck what critics say? Who gives a fuck what other fans say? To be honest, who cares what even we say? Like just come to your own conclusions because everyone has their own ideas of what's good and what's not. So
and especially for that movie, it's just like, at the end of the day, the question is like whether or not the Eternals are human enough, or like what they decide to do with human, like stuff like that, and it's a difficult question for a movie to pose, and they answered it in a lot of different ways, and everyone's gonna have their own unique interpretation of that, like that answer when they come away from the movie. It's great, like I said, cool action. The stuff with Athena was great. Like her, like how she just pulls the sword out of nowhere. Goes a little crazy. Icarus beating the shit out of people was pretty dope too.
yeah, I
The
liked all of the Avengers. I mean, not the
the
Avengers, the
Eternals,
Eternals. Like,
yeah.
I mean, Druig was kind of interesting, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I like a lot of like the little stories, little relationships between people.
Mm.
Um, I I mean, I like Circe, but I felt like her character was like the least developed. She kind of like seemed like she was just along for the ride for most of it.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. There's a lot of mixed feelings about Sprite. I think.
Hmm.
I thought she was whatever. I mean, obviously, like she was in love with Icarus, but she's always looked like a child and will never age. And she kind of becomes human at the end, so she will age and she gets stuck in school. Ha ha ha! Funny.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, overall, like I think the movie's really good. I think Kumail Nanjiani's character is hilarious, and like the the Indian filmmaker who's just like following him around with the camera.
Yep.
That shit's hella funny.
Yeah, it
So,
was.
Selma Hayek wasn't in a lot of the movie, but I thought she was fine.
Mm.
Um, yeah. Other than that, I mean, yeah, there's a lot to like. There's a lot to, that you could discuss because of the
Mm.
movie. There's, like I said, deviants aren't amazing, but whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, and they're not really a villain. They're just kind of the antagonistic force, rather. Like they attack randomly for
They're the excuse,
for action scenes, basically.
yeah, I mean, and for like Celestial, they're like, you have to go destroy the deviants. That's why you're on Earth.
Yeah.
Totally. It's not to birth more of us, because that does something, I guess.
Mm.
Like that's the other thing. Like, I don't even know what the fuck the point of Celestial in the MCU is. What do they even do?
They make suns, didn't she?
Oh yeah.
That was the idea, is that they make suns, and then the suns use gravity to pull in the other planets, and eventually the galactic dust settles and
And then they kill all those
blow it,
people, and
and then they blow it up. So it's more
it's
of an
the
antagonistic.
circle of
Of
life.
life. Yeah, it's more of an antagonistic, parasitic relationship than anything. But I thought the end scene was cool too. Like maybe as they're using like the eternal robots, like okay, these humans or something, so maybe we got to keep an eye on them because they're still around.
Yeah.
So we got to judge all the humans
You think though, like,
now, which is going to be hilarious.
you
Always
would
love first good passing judgment on the entire human race.
you would think they would have like put a stop to Thanos or something though, right?
Yeah, because it directly impacted the
Yeah,
Celestial's ability to make others. So
the celestial and the core of the Earth couldn't feed anymore on all the human intellect.
But let's be fair, though. To be honest, like that question is why didn't they help against Thanos? Is probably going to be the curse for every other movie that's going to come out post Infinity War, like the Ten
Yeah,
Rings.
I mean they explained
What the
it. They're
fuck?
like, we're supposed to stay out of that, right?
What about like the Ten Rings? Like, what the fuck happened there? Like that guy just let.
Well, the Mandarin don't give a shit though. He's just like,
Why?
hey, I conquered fucking world, bitch.
Yeah. I don't think Hawkeye was fighting Ten Ring guys in Japan, or was he just fighting random strangers?
Hawkeye was fighting another syndicate, like I don't know, like crime
Something.
lords in Mexico and shit in Japan. I don't know.
Yeah,
He just
something.
became Ronin, okay?
And the Hawkeye movie comes out tomorrow. Not movie, but the show comes out tomorrow, right?
Yeah, the first 2 episodes only.
I'm hoping it's good because it looks good, and I like Jeremy Renner, and I don't know who's writing it or whatever, but
Yeah, I'm not sure. The earlier reviews said like the lead actors save it, like Haley Steinfeld and Jeremy Renner, but I guess that means that maybe they didn't like it, but they like the I don't know. But whatever. I'm still gonna watch it and make my own opinion. So
same, bro.
yeah. But
Mm,
again,
anything else?
Spider-Man tickets go on sale Monday,
Yep.
the 29th. So I mean I don't know what time they go on sale. I don't know. Should I wait up till midnight? Should I stay up all night refreshing the app? Should I wake up at 5 a.m.? Well, I wake up at 5 a.m. anyway on Mondays. So
There you go.
I
Just
mean
have your phone nearby.
it's always nearby. I'm gonna I just gotta get them tickets, yo.
Mm.
Click 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 click. So
I'll be there. It'll be a good time.
yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Yeah. Are there any other movies I need to catch up on for the MCU other than Eternals and about it, right?
No, you've watched everything, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any more. Oh, I saw Black Widow recently too, but I'm not sure how much that ties into everything, or if they were just trying to, give her her own little side project.
It just ties into Hawkeye.
Yeah, well,
But yeah, no, my wife has watched everything except for Black Widow and Ant-Man and the Wasp.
mm,
So I think she'll watch them eventually. But
good.
I told her she should watch Ant-Man and the Wasp before Endgame, but she didn't want to. After Infinity War, she's like, I can't wait. I have to watch it now.
There you go.
So it took me like 2 years to get her to watch it in the first place. So
Yeah, might as well quote while you're ahead. You know what they
Yeah,
say.
yeah. But yeah,
What else?
I mean, nothing really. There's not like I
Yeah.
don't know. There's not a
Hopefully
whole
Star
lot
Wars
going on.
hopefully Star Wars season will pick up again soon. We can start doing Obi-Wan reviews, or at least talking about the episodes like in depth. Um,
Yeah, I'm excited for Obi-Wan for sure. That's a while off,
yeah,
but Book of Boba Fett's what, next month, December?
I think something like that. I saw a trailer just now. I have to sneeze 1 second.
No worries. Nope. Let's see if there's any news. Maybe there is. Probably not though. Masters of the Universe Revelation Part 2. Don't know
Oh
anything
yeah,
about that.
I was gonna watch that tonight when we hung up. Actually, I watched the first part. It was just okay. The trailer really hypes it up like to unproportionate levels, and I hate that I let the trailer do that to me. Just like I'm letting the Lightyear trailer like hype me up to unproportionate levels, but Pixar at least can deliver on the hype sometimes. Usually, most of the time.
Yeah, Pixar usually doesn't miss.
Yeah, like the Soul. Like I went back and watched this movie the other day. Fuck, dude, it's such a
Yeah.
damn good movie. Like such a good movie.
Um.
Uh, Up, the original Monsters Inc. Then Monsters Inc. University was actually pretty good. Like, damn, so happy Pixar's around.
Yeah. Star Wars Ahsoka casts Natasha Liu Bordizzo as
I have
Sabine
no idea who
Wren.
that is. Good. Oh, well, they got Speed. My sister's gonna be super happy.
Yeah. I think that's about.
Yeah,
That's the only real news.
yeah. Like I said, I watched Rebels. I thought it was cute. The only good thing for me was Thrawn, really, and that was about it. But I like the blind Jedi. Keep forgetting the guy that
Kanan.
taught. Yeah, Kanan. I like Kanan a lot.
Yeah, dude. When Kanan meets his ultimate end, that was actually I didn't expect that. I
Tragedy.
cried a little bit.
Yeah, dude, it's rough. You know, it's good that the show can do that to you.
Yeah.
uh,
DC League of Super Pets movie.
oh,
John
yeah, The
Krasinski
Rock.
is voicing Superman.
Yeah, The Rock is voicing
Crypto.
Crypto. Yep,
Yep.
saw
Uh,
that trailer.
Dave Filoni is writing the Ahsoka series.
Good, good for
Uh,
him. This is great. This is great to see some career progress for a guy that is just a huge Star Wars nerd, and he wanted to make Star Wars content, and that's what he went up and did. And
yeah.
he made the Clone Wars, and now he's directing a real life action set.
Right.
So
They confirmed that Chris Pratt will not be doing an Italian voice for Mario.
damn it.
Uh,
It's me. Why are they doing this Mario movie? I don't understand. Like, why are they making an attempt? Like, why?
Money.
Why?
They
Nobody
want
asked.
money.
But they're just gonna waste money because it's gonna be a huge joke. Well, I guess maybe they'll bring a bunch of kids out to
Yeah,
see
but
it. I
people
guess.
love memes. So
Yeah.
if you got a
Maybe
whole
they're gonna.
movie that's a meme, hey, people are gonna love
Yeah.
that. Producers say Boba Fett will turn barbarian mode in the book of Boba Fett.
Good. He's supposed to kill a lot of people. That's kind of his idea. He becomes the next Mandalore, right? At least in the books, he does.
Who knows what they'll do with
Yeah. Or if they even know what Mandalore is. Like.
Scarlett Johansson is producing a top secret movie for Marvel Studios. Okay, I don't give a shit about top secret. Once it's announced,
Yeah.
I'll care.
Yep. I just know what it is first.
Apparently, Cowboy Bebop is a what's the word?
Oh, I didn't fucking watch that live action. Are you fucking kidding me? No, thank you.
Yeah, it's a flop. That's the word. Nobody likes it.
Oh, well, nobody's gonna like an animated real life adaptation because they just sometimes it just doesn't. Death Note was the only one they could have done, and they fucked that up so bad because they said it's like they just basically colonized it. I don't know how else to describe it. It's about a young
Yeah,
Japanese. It's supposed to be a story about a young Japanese man that thought he could change the world by killing people, which is a problem the country's taken with for a long time.
of course,
And
of course.
they made it about an edgy Portland teen that wanted to become a death god. So, well, I guess Kira did become one of becoming. He did kind of semi want to become a god, but it was more about creating a new great society. Well, that's what he was talking about in the anime anyway. But
Dennis Villanueva confirms Fade Rataz. You say that differently than me, probably. Appearance
I
in
have no.
Dune Part 2.
Third. Theoden.
Is that how you say it? It's FEYD-RAUTHA.
I don't know. There's a lot of characters in the Dune books, dude. So
Fade Rata.
yeah.
Warner Brothers announces some stupid fighting game.
Yeah.
Uh, Fade Rata Harkonnen, the younger brother of Beast Raban and Baron Vladimir's other nephew.
So it's saying it.
Major fixtures from the book were noticeably absent in the film, including Fade Rata Harkonnen, the younger brother of blah blah blah. Fade's omission was a surprise since he serves as one of the novel's primary villains. Blah blah blah. He was Baron Vladimir's chosen heir to lead House Harkonnen. Additionally, he proved to be a formidable opponent in combat. Blah blah blah. Okay. Yeah. Did you see the multiverse whatever game bullshit from WB?
Nah.
Oh.
Nah.
Well, it's pretty much like Super Smash Brothers, but with WB characters like Arya Stark and Shaggy. And like they turn Shaggy, like they literally make him Bruce Lee.
Yeah, he became a big meme a while ago, last
Yeah.
year in Internet Land. But at the end of the day, that's cute. It's
Isn't that
probably
kind of
gonna be.
insulting though to Bruce Lee?
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's cute. I'm probably not gonna play it or pay attention to it.
Yeah.
It's like the PlayStation All Stars, like nobody talks about that anymore. But PlayStation All Stars was basically the same thing, and it flopped. So I'm imagining this is gonna suffer the same fate.
No doubt. Oh, Harry Potter reunion special HBO Max, January 1st.
That'll be good.
So, yeah. Um, Holly Berry wants to direct a remake of Catwoman. No, thank you. Yeah, I mean, not much news. But anyway, the only other thing to say about Eternal is post-credit scenes. We got Harry Styles as Thanos' brother.
Hey, your microphone's getting a little fuzzy.
Is it? Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Or maybe it's my audio.
I adjusted. Is it fixed?
No, it's still pretty fuzzy.
Okay, how about
No,
now?
I can't. Okay, that's all right.
Okay. Are you sure?
Oh yeah, it's still pretty fuzzy.
Shit.
Your audio.
How about now? Is it fixed?
No, it sounds like you're speaking through an old timey radio.
Okay, this might hurt your ears. Hold on.
Everything hurts my ears. Push my fingers into my eyes.
Yikes. How's that?
Oh, that's better.
Okay. So, yeah, Harry Styles shows up as Star Fox, aka Arrows, aka Thanos' brother. So if you like Harry Styles, you'll be excited, and if you hate Harry Styles, then you'll be very disappointed. And then, yeah, in the very last scene, Jon Snow gets the ebony blade of, to become Black Knight, and we hear a voice, and that voice has been confirmed to be Blade. Because, Blade is going to show up and have his own movie one day.
Good. Blade's awesome. Vampire. I want to see some awesome shit.
Yeah.
I want to see those ninja stars. I want to see if they'll have the balls to make an R-rated movie where people just get cut up and die in huge balls of blood.
I mean, technically they did that on Netflix, right? We got Punisher, we got Daredevil, but it kind of seems like they're distancing themselves from part of those. But obviously, I mean, of course, it's well known and not hidden at all that Charlie Cox is going to be Daredevil in the Spider-Man movie because we don't have enough people in that movie already. By the way, that's sarcasm because nobody actually knows if he's in it or not.
Yeah. I just feel bad about the Netflix Daredevil series, dude. I feel bad about all the... Yeah, it was. And so, the Iron Fist was a start to something different. They introduced a very unique character in that movie. Luke Cage is great. Punisher was fucking amazing. Like, it was probably the pinnacle of all that. And Jessica Jones was also really, really good. My sister really, for me, it was just okay, but my sister loved that show, and it's probably because she associated herself a lot more with Jessica Jones than I did. So,
Yeah.
so basically that means that there was diversity there and things for people to enjoy, which is great.
Yeah.
And yeah, they just kind of threw that all in the fucking garbage for some reason.
Because man, Disney Plus had to.
Yep.
But I believe they'll bring the characters back in some
Hmm.
capacity. Just don't know how yet. But
We'll have to see. Wait and see.
yeah, so wait and see. But yeah,
All right.
I'll let you
All
go
right.
since it's 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. Anybody listening on the podcast version or on YouTube, you can follow the stream if you would like, the Nerd Ledger on Twitch, or you can
Yep.
follow the podcast if you're on Twitch or YouTube, which is just called the Nerd Ledger. You can find it everywhere you listen to podcasts. Goodbye. Much love. See
Goodbye.
you later.
Yep. Love you. Bye bye.